Welcome back, Year 5. Mental Maths test today. You're going to have 12 questions, same format as before. I'll give you 10 to 15 seconds on each question. If you haven't found an answer and I've moved on, make sure you move on with me, all right? Don't play catch up. So we're going to start in 10 seconds. Okay then, so question 1 is write in figures the number 10,089. Write in figures the number 10,089. Question 2, add 112 and 19 together. Add 112 and 19 together. Question 3, what is the product of 13 and 4? What is the product of 13 and 4? Question 4, subtract 31 minutes from 1.5 hours. Subtract 31 minutes from 1.5 hours. Question 5, halve 96. Halve 96. Question 6, what is 50 multiplied by 6? What is 50 multiplied by 6? Question 7, what is 70 multiplied by 30? What is 70 multiplied by 30? Okay, question 8. What are the 6 factors of 18? All right, so we're going to write down all the factors of 18. And I'm being really kind, I'm telling you there's 6. Give you a tiny bit more time for this one. Okay. Question 9. If a number has only 2 factors, what is special about that number? What do you call it? If a number has only 2 factors, what's special about that number? Okay, a couple of these you might have done before, you might not. If you haven't, don't worry, okay, because we're going to go through them at the end. I just want to see who knows them and who doesn't. So question 10, I want you to write down 2 multiples of 4 between 85 and 100. So write down 2 multiples of 4 between 85 and 100. And that's question 10. Question 11 is, I want you to split the amount, £2.76, equally between 3 people. So split £2.76 equally between 3 people. And the last one, question 12, I want you to have a go at simplifying the fraction 15 over 20. So simplify the fraction 15 over 20. Okay, so I'll give you 10 seconds and then we'll go through the answers. So the first one, I asked you to write in figures the number 10,089. Question 2, adding together 112 and 19. I would have added on 20 and taken away 1. So the answer was 131. Question 3, what is the product of 13 and 4? I'm asking you to multiply the two numbers together. The answer is 52. Question 4, subtract 31 minutes from 1.5 hours. Well, 1.5 hours, the easiest way to have done it is probably, I would have said, well, that's 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I take away 30 minutes from it and I'm down to an hour. And then I've got to take away 1 minute. So my answer is 59 minutes. Question 5, half of 96 is 48. Question 6, 50 multiplied by 6. Well, we need to think about how we multiply by if we're using multiples of 10. I know that 5 times 6 is 30, so 50 times 6 needs to be 10 times bigger, so it's 300. And then 70 times 30, same principle. I need to do 7 multiplied by 30, I would have done, is 210. But then I need to make my answer 10 times bigger because I've made my 7 10 times bigger to get 70. So my answer is 2,100. The factors of 18, you only get 1 point or 1 mark for getting all of them, okay? And they are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. And then remember, if we talk about pairs of factors, you've got 1 and 18, they multiply together to give me 18, 2 and 9, and 3 and 6. Question 9, if a number has only 2 factors, what's special about it? It's a prime number. Yeah, prime numbers can only be divided by 2 numbers, themselves and 1. Question 10. Right, write down 2 multiples of 4. Multiples of 4 are all the numbers you land on when you count up in 4. So think about your 4 times table. 4, 8, 12, and on and on and on and on. Yep. I asked you to list or to write down 2 multiples of 4 between 85 and 100. And if you counted up in 4s and kept going, you could have had 88, 92, or 96. So if you've written down 2 of those, you get a mark. So well done. Question 11. I asked you to split £2.76 between 3 people, didn't I? So how I did it was, now it was a little bit challenging, this one. Okay, so again, if you got it right, brilliant. £2.76. Well, I went straight to £2.70 and 6p. That's what I did. So I divided £2.70 by 3 and I got 90p. And then I divided 6p by 3 and I got 2p. So adding those 2 numbers together gives me 92p. Like I said, that was a really challenging one. So if you got that right, superb. Last one, then I asked you to simplify 15 over 20. So what you should have done is thought, right, what's the largest number that goes into both of those? Okay, or another way of thinking about it is what's the highest factor that goes into both those numbers? It's 5. How many 5s are there in 15? 3. How many 5s in 20? 4. So simplifying 15 over 20 becomes 3/4. So there's all your answers. Like I said, anything, I would say today over 8 and above out of 12 is really, really good because some of those you might not have done before. So well done, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session.